The story of Hanuman leaping across the sea to Lanka and then setting it afire is amongst the most delightful episodes of the Ramayana. Let us join the group of monkeys as they set out looking for any clue that would lead them to Sita. After the monsoons ended, Sugriva sent teams of monkeys in all 4 directions to look for Sita. The team, which headed south, met Sampati, the vulture bird, and learned from him that Ravan had taken Sita across the ocean to Lanka. Hanuman, Angad, Jambuana, Sushena, Mahinda, and others stood before the vast ocean, wondering how to cross the 100 yojanas of water that separated them from Lanka. Not one was confident of jumping across. Finally, Jambuan spoke to Hanuman. "You are the only one who can help us. You are the son of Vayu, the wind god. Therefore, this is not at all difficult for you. You have been cursed by rishis to forget your powers. Now, please prepare to go to Lanka." Hearing this, Hanuman was reminded of his true strength. He expanded himself to a gigantic form and said, "I can uproot the entire city of Lanka and carry it back here if I so desire." Hanuman then climbed upon the mighty Mahindra hill. He offered his respect to Surya, Indra, Vayu, Brahma, and Lord Ram. Then, taking a deep breath, he sprang into the air like an arrow. The pressure from his foot caused trees to uproot and water to sprout out from the mountain. As Hanuman started his journey, a great mountain emerged out from the ocean to provide him with a resting place. However, Hanuman knew that other monkeys were waiting anxiously for him. So he touched the top of the mountain as a token of respect and continued on his journey. Surasa, the mother of Nagas, took the form of a Rakshasa woman and blocked Hanuman's path. She was given the boon that nothing could escape her mouth. Seeing this, Hanuman kept on expanding his size, forcing her to enlarge her mouth more and more. Finally, Hanuman, in a twinkling of an eye, reduced his size to that of a thumb. He darted into her mouth and immediately came out. Thus, he fulfilled her benediction. Surasa was delighted with the clever Hanuman and wished him success in his mission. A little further, another danger awaited Hanuman. Simhika, a Rakshasi, grabbed his shadow and he could not move. Simhika then leapt towards Hanuman with a mouth wide open. Hanuman reduced his size, entered the inside of the Rakshasi's body and tore it to pieces. Then he regained his original size and continued on his journey. Soon Hanuman reached Lanka. He waited for the sun to set and then, reducing his size to that of a cat, he started exploring the city, jumping from one rooftop to another. He saw great palaces made of gold and jewels and many Rakshasas guarding them. He saw Ravan sleeping in his magnificent palace with his numerous beautiful wives, but he did not find Sita. Finally, after searching all over Lanka, he reached a grove of Ashoka trees. There, seated beneath a tree, sat a beautiful lady. She had grown thin from fasting, and her eyes were filled with tears. But her face shone with a divine radiance. She was surrounded by Rakshasis who appeared to be guarding her. Hanuman understood that this must be Sita. While he was thinking how best to approach her, he saw Ravan coming that way. Ravan began by praising the beauty of Sita and promising her all sorts of wealth and luxury if she married him. When Sita admonished him for his lusty behavior, Ravan became angry and told her that if she did not agree to become his wife in the next 2 months, he would have her chopped into pieces and eaten for breakfast. After Ravan's departure, the Rakshasi gods began to threaten Sita, urging her to marry Ravan. They surrounded her with spears, axes, and knives. Finally, Sita could bear it no longer, and she burst into tears, calling out to Ram to come and save her. On seeing this, Hanuman decided to comfort Sita. He waited for the Rakshasi gods to leave and then started to sing the glories of Ram just loud enough for Sita to hear.
इक्ष्वाकु वंश के एक राजा दशरथ था जिनका नाम, न्यायपरायण और पराक्रमी थे वो अयोध्या प्राण। 4 पुत्र हुए बलशाली था राम से प्रेम अपार, शक्ति जिनकी है अनंत वो विष्णु के अवतार। गुरुवर विश्वामित्र संग लिए ताड़ी का प्राण, सिया स्वयंवर देखने तद पहुँचे दिलादान। सहज भाव से शिव धनु तोड़ा, जनक सुता संग नाता जोड़ा। कैकई को वरदान मिला तो राम चले वनवास, माता सीता भ्रात लखन भी हो गए उनके साथ। ऋषियों को अभयदान दिया और किया निशाचर अंत, ढोंगी रूप रचा रावण ने ले गया सीता संग। पूछ रहे वो डाली डाली, देखी क्या तूने जनक कुमारी सीता, कहाँ हो तुम सीता। अपनी सिया को खोजने हेतु भेजा मुझे हनुमान को, सुध ले जाऊं लौट ले आऊं लखन सहित श्री राम को। माता माता धीरज धर माता, धीरज धर माता।
Sita was full of joy on hearing the name of Ram. She looked around for the source of the sound, but could not see anyone. Finally, she looked up and saw Hanuman, but finding only a monkey, again became dejected. Hanuman then came down from the tree and introduced himself while telling the story of how Ram had sent him to find her. He showed Sita the ring that Ram had given him. All doubts in Sita's mind were now removed, and she urged Hanuman to return immediately to Lord Ram and request him to attack Lanka and rescue her, for she had only 2 months' time. Hanuman offered to carry Sita across the ocean back to Ram. Seeing her disbelief, Hanuman expanded his form to a gigantic size and said, "If I like, I can uproot the entire city of Lanka along with Ravan and carry it back to Ram." But Sita shook her head. She said,
I want Ram to come to Lanka. Kill the wicked Ravan and rescue me. This alone will enhance his glorious reputation.
Sita then gave Hanuman some jewelry to convince Ram that he had indeed met her. Hanuman decided to test the strength of Ravan and his army before departing. He uprooted many trees and created havoc in the garden. When Ravan received the news of Hanuman's activities, he dispatched 80,000 fierce Rakshasas to capture him. Hanuman easily killed all of them, as Ravan kept on sending one big general after another. Hanuman enjoyed crushing them to death using trees, rocks, or his arms and legs. Finally, Ravan sent his eldest son, Indrajit, who was as powerful as Ravan himself. A long and bitter fight took place. Finding that he could not defeat Hanuman, Indrajit at last used his most powerful weapon, the Brahmastra, to tie him up. Hanuman was then carried by the Rakshasas into the presence of Ravan. The Rakshasas were shouting, "Kill him! Let's roast him and eat him!"
Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
Ravan asked him, "Who are you?" In reply, Hanuman explained that he was an envoy of Lord Ram. He urged Ravan as follows: "Please return Sita to Lord Ram if you want to remain alive, or else Ram will certainly defeat and kill you." Ravan became very angry on hearing this and ordered his soldiers to immediately kill Hanuman. However, Vibhishan, his younger brother, intervened and explained that as per the path of righteousness, a messenger should never be killed. He can be tortured as a punishment. Ravan accepted this argument and ordered that the tail of Hanuman should be put on fire as a punishment. The Rakshasas wrapped cloth around Hanuman's tail, dipped it in oil and set it on fire. Hanuman decided it was enough. He became so small that the ropes simply fell out. Assuming his normal form, Hanuman jumped onto the rooftops, setting it ablaze. He jumped from one house to another.
Jai Shri Ram.
Soon, the entire city of Lanka was burning, except the small garden where Sita was imprisoned. Hanuman then decided to return to Lord Ram. He extinguished the fire on his tail by dipping it in the ocean. He went to bid adieu to Sita Devi. He reassured her that he would soon be back with Ram and Lakshman to kill Ravan. Then, climbing to the top of Mount Arista, Hanuman once again leapt into the air and returned where other monkeys were eagerly waiting.